Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are here again live at the CTRIM studios. This is Lady Edith here. Good evening, welcome. I'm just going to check for sound and check that it's showing. I'm just going to check for sound and check that it's showing. Yep, so I can see that the program is on live, the sound is working, and it's showing. So welcome to the studio, everyone. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you for joining. We are here live. Thank you, Bisola, first person to join. So now, this YouTube chat, I got some feedback last week. Some people told me that they cannot actually, their phone might not allow them to chat. So sometimes they will want to make a comment or pass a message to me, but because their phone does not allow them chat, then they are not able to. So I think I have to be a bit more attentive, and now and again I have to look at my own phone, because last week some people said they made comments in my own phone, but where I was not looking at my own phone, I didn't see it. So anyway, we are here. I'm trying to get myself comfortable for my long 1 hour talk. Do you know that, honestly speaking, sometimes I finish and I have this headache. Just talk like last week Monday. The laughter and the talking for 1 hour, I tell you what, I went home, my head was like it was going to explode. But I enjoy it. I thank God for the inspiration. I thank God that He allows me, He enables me, empowers me. And I thank you, my lovely family, friends, viewers, loved ones, well-wishers. Without you, I'll just be talking to myself, won't I? So I appreciate all of you, your support, your encouragement. And I pray that God will bless all of you, increase all of you. And we also give you inspiration to do the things that you want to do. He will give you the resources, the enablement. He will bless you as you bless me. As you wish me well, I pray that the very same will be your portion in Jesus' name. So once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome, Bisala, first guest. Welcome, my darling Ifoma. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Bisala and Ifoma, for confirming. And welcome, Reverend Lawrence. I'm really looking forward to next weekend, Reverend. I can't wait. I need the rest. I tell you what, they're going to be signing me up first. I'll be the first person to get there, apart from those going on Thursday. I'll be there so early, chill out, relax, no work, no housework, no children, nothing. Just me, myself, and I, and Almighty God. For those of you that is wondering what I'm talking about, I have a special weekend. This coming weekend, I'm going for a women's retreat from Friday to Sunday. If you want to know more about it, I will tell you in due course, and perhaps next year you can join if you are interested in going for a women's retreat. I'm sure my darling Reverend Lawrence will not mind if we, because we women, sometimes we have to get together and speak to one another and tell each other the truth and inspire ourselves for our next level of greatness. I want to climb my next level of greatness, so I'm going to recharge my battery and get ready for the next run with Almighty God. My daddy is on the show. Happy to be on today. Thank you so much, Daddy. My dad is on the show, so help me to welcome my own very father for joining the show this evening. Reverend Lawrence said I should book my salary. Reverend Lawrence, I wanted to, but what you now said is the person doing it, that sort of put me off in a way, because maybe we'll talk in camera about that one. But anyway, yes, it's something good to do. So yeah. So thank you everyone, like I said, for joining tonight, and thank you Ashokwe once more. My darling son, he's always here supporting. I would like to say that not that I'm showing off. Whatever I say and whatever I do is all to the glory of God. I'm not doing it to tell about myself or to tell about my family. I'm doing it to give God the glory. And I'd like to say happy birthday to my son, my womb opener, the landlord of my womb, the one that came out first from me, my first fruit, Michael Oluwatosin Efosa Adaramola. Michael turned 22 on Friday, and I look at myself and I say, God, how did it happen? how far you have led me. And I remember clearly the day Michael was born, and you know the joy he brought to my life. And we just coming from dinner. We just took Michael, rather lunch. So because of the show, we couldn't go for dinner. So we went for lunch. So we took Michael to a little gathering, few of his friends and few of our family. We had a nice lunch. So you can see me, I'm hiding my stomach. I really, really ate. It was a Chinese buffet. And we ate so much that all of us were crawling when we were coming back home. And thank you for everyone that joined. Anita, the twins, Grace, Sophie, Ifoma, Sapphire, Unique, Michael, all of you that came. Thank you so much for coming. And we had a wonderful time just, having lunch together despite the COVID. And for those of you that don't know, today was the last day of the Eat Out, half price, Eat In thingy that the government was doing. So we benefited from that. So, see, Auntie, you're laughing at me, Auntie Vicky. You're laughing at me, Reverend Lawrence. Yes, so you understand. No temptation that comes to man should run. So I've got Chris Raymond. Lovely to see you, my darling sister Precious. You see, this lady, she's a wonderful inspiration, Precious. I tell you what, the first time I met her, I was like, But by the second time, we hit it off. And she's such a wonderful, wonderful colleague at work, turned sister, turned friend. And I really thank you for joining tonight. God bless you, Precious. My love to your hubby and the kids. And Sister Lara, my big sis of life. My big sis that when she only uses eye to talk to me from across the church to say, are you okay? And I know what she's saying, and then I will respond. And based on my response, she will then follow up. Should I call her this week or she's okay? She's such a wonderful person. God bless you, big sis. I really appreciate you. So today, what are we talking about? So today, hey, my darling Amaka, the one that calls me Iona, God bless you. Thank you for joining the show. Today's show is one kind of, hey, my people. This thing happened to me. I tell you, I work as an occupational therapist in mental health, and my ears have seen a lot. My ears have heard a lot, and my eyes have seen a lot. You hear stories, you see things. You in working, when you're at work, people come in and they tell you things, and some of it are shocking. And reasons why people want to kill themselves. You see people that will come in and they have everything going for them, and they'll tell you that I'm here because I'm suicidal. And it prompted me because this happened. Somebody, for confidentiality, my mouth is going because of confidentiality. I'm not revealing anything, but I'm just saying that I've heard some things in the context of people wanting to kill themselves when I'm at work. And I've heard some things and read some things on social media, and we've shared things in the church among my friends, my family members. You hear stories, you hear so many things. So what I've done today is I've put some of all the stories together. So it's not one person's story. I've taken the context so that the person is not identifiable, but I want to bring out the message of it to let you guys know what I'm trying to say. And then you can then call to tell me what you think about it. And what I'm talking about basically is secrecy in marriage. It's about being open, honest, transparent in marriage, in relationship. That honesty, that openness, that unity, that transparency, is it very important in marriage? And to what extent do you expect it from your partner? To what extent do you yourself give it to your partner? Are you ready to expose yourself, to tell your partner about things that are happening to you or things that have happened to you? Kunle Oyewole, you are a blessing to the world for this end time. The Most Reverend Right Honorable Emmanuel Oyewole. Good evening, sir. God bless you. I appreciate your joining the show today. Thank you very much, sir. So this secrecy, I spoke to some people and they don't mind. You can be secretive if you want. Some say, I mind, I want to know everything. And I tell you what, I overmind. Me, Edith. I am someone that does not have secrets. I am open. I am honest. I've had shows I've done, and people call me afterwards and say, Edith, don't say about yourself, don't reveal. But I think I need to be real, because I don't think that when Jesus Christ was here on earth in his ministry, that he was secretive. He was real. He said it the way it was. And I want to be me. So for me, in a relationship, not even only in a marital relationship, if I have a friend, I want to be able to be free with my friend and trust my friend to share with my friend. And I expect the same level of commitment or, sisterhood code in that relationship. So I'll tell you, I have about 3 little stories. They're not going to take a lot of time. The first one was, there was a lady, she sort of had a child before she got married. And this child was a product of rape. She was raped and she got pregnant, and then, she had the child. She left the child with her parents in Africa, and she came abroad to live in the United Kingdom. Subsequently, she met a man, and they lived well, they were happy, and, before you knew it, they were married. And after marriage, she never said to the man about the child, that she had a child before. And after marriage, she didn't mention it. And one time they went home, and the child even thinks that his grandma is his mom, and his mom is his big sister. So even in Africa, they didn't sort of disclose it. But family members who knew, and in the home environment, somehow people mentioned it, and when people just throw in little comments, and the man, being clever, put 2 and 2 together and started asking, the wife that this child, and she denied and denied, and finally she told the truth. But by then, the man kept asking, why did you not tell me? Why did you not tell me? So this is an example of a scenario of something that happened to you in the past. And there are things that happen to you that you might feel is not necessary to reveal, and there are some that is necessary to reveal. You have to make that judgment call. I am not going to say here that everything that happened to me in my past I've revealed. Some of it, as you live, the opportunity comes for you to reveal. But there are some that are big and are fundamental, that I believe that a man or woman that wants to marry you should be told this kind of thing, such as you had a child before. If this man loves you, you had a child before or not, he will still marry you. I don't believe that the woman should have hidden the fact that she had a child, at a very early age from this man. What do you think? You can call the studio and let me know. My second story again, let me first of all greet some people. So I've got Adekumbi Lawal, champion. Vulnerability can be beautiful with the right people. Yes, sis, or bro. I don't even know. Adekumbi Lawal, I'm not sure. But God bless you for joining the show. Grandma, thank you for joining the show. Well done for your continuity. Yes, Grandma, thank you. Sister Eki, God bless you. Thank you so much. Yes, exactly, Amaka. I agree with you. It was too big to hide. And Uncle Benga, good evening. Thank you for joining the show. The second one, there was this gentleman I met. So he said that he married his wife over 30 years ago, and they have 2 kids. And subsequently, the wife opened her own business, and she was very successful, doing well. But as a man, he was the one paying the mortgage, doing what he needed to do as a man. He was never really concerned about what the wife had or, her money. He just does what he wants to do. She buys food. You know how couples live. So he said that he got to a stage that the kids were now grown up. The first one was even married, but they were living together in the same house. But the second child had moved out to another part of the country where he was working. But the first child was now married with his wife, and they had a 1-year-old child, and dad and mom were living in one house. So he said he got to a time the wife was behaving more strange than usual. She'll be making phone calls. When he comes in, she would, sort of change the topic. You know how it is when you come in and someone is saying something they don't want you to hear. And she just noticed some kind of environment in the house that was not positive. So there was a particular day the woman called. He said his son came to meet him and said, Mom called me that she's not coming home tonight. So he was like, if your mom is not coming home tonight, shouldn't she be telling me? Why should she be telling you? So he called the wife and said, why are you not coming home tonight? She said, she's sleeping in her friend's place. Who is this your friend? When did you start sleeping in your friend's place? And how come you're telling our son, not me? And she was just making mouth, doing this, doing that. So anyway, he said that he just started noticing all this kind of behavior. So something prompted him, and he said he's never done it in 30 years of marriage. He went to her wardrobe, and He found it locked. He forced it opened. And when he forced it open, to his shock, he found documents of houses. The woman had bought houses, both home and abroad, both in their own original country and where they lived currently. She's bought houses. She had 4 different accounts. He found 4 different saving accounts. You know, the book of savings accounts in her wardrobe. Each of them had over £5,000. She had cash of over £10,000 in her wardrobe. And she had a MBA certificate in her wardrobe. She just finished her master's. The man said he was shocked that him and this woman, they sleep on the same bed every day. They are married. They have 2 kids. They've been married for over 30 years. He said that the funny thing was that, okay, she has money. But what shocked him the most was that the wife has a master's degree. And he did not even know that the wife went to uni to do a 2-year master degree program. He said he went on her Facebook, and lo and behold, he saw graduation pictures. So he called her and he said, he didn't want to say that I checked your wardrobe. He said, I checked your Facebook. There's graduation pictures. You did a master's. When? How? Oh, that's how she just managed, though. It was mostly online, though. This, that, giving excuses. And the man said, how can you be doing MBA under my roof and I don't know? And then you bought houses, both home and abroad, and I don't know that you bought houses. And then you have all the savings. You have bank accounts I'm not aware of. And the man was very, very unhappy. And, you know, I've told this story to a few of my friends, because sometimes in the run-up to a program, I like to share it. And I've had different views. People say, okay, maybe the man is the kind of man that he would not have allowed the woman to buy. Maybe he would be restraining her. Or maybe the man will not allow her to go to uni and do a 2nd degree. Or maybe we didn't hear the woman's side. But for me, I don't actually think there's any reason, if a marriage is solid and right from the foundation, why either a man or a woman should hide such big things from their spouse. More so with this COVID. Even without COVID, people can drop dead anytime. Imagine I go and buy a house in Benin City, my village, and nobody knows I have a house in Benin City, and then I kpeme, God forbid, my enemy kpemes. If you don't know what kpeme is, please ask Google. Who will know that I have a house in the village? I don't really get it. Why would anybody that loves his or her spouse not be happy when the spouse is doing well? I've heard of men becoming jealous of their wives when they become nurses and they are earning. We hear of the killings in America and even in the UK. At least in the past 1 year, I've heard of 2 stories of a man who killed the wife and killed himself. All because a woman you married, and this thing worked for both ways, like the stories I've told you. It was a woman hiding things from the man. The man will become so jealous. This man can go home one day, just look at the wife sleeping on the bed and be saying, so you now hid house, bank account from me. You even did MBA. And just go to the kitchen, carry a knife and stab her to death. I don't really understand. Maybe I'm the one finding it difficult to understand. And I ask myself, what is the most shocking thing that can happen to me that I will hear that will really, really, really shock me? I don't really get it. So can someone please help me out here tonight? My auntie used to have a, back in the days, I'm talking about, Michael is 22 now, say 14 years ago. My auntie used to have a, then when you want to send money to, they still do it now, but I don't do it that way. I use Azimo. So I send money straight to people's bank accounts. But they used to have this thing where you will go to like a call center or a business center. You give them your naira. They will tell your pounds, They will tell you the rate. You will send the money. You give them the person's account, or the person will have to pick up. There will be password number. So there was this lady I met then. She's always coming to this place to send money home. And one part, all the time, maybe every 2 weeks, 100 to 200 pounds. I'm talking about 12, 15 years ago. And one day she came in, she was doing eye for me like this. I'm wondering, what is she talking about? Lo and behold, she did not want me to greet her like she's been coming here. You know when your customer comes into your shop, say, Auntie Shay, long time no see. The money you sent last week, have your people received it, She didn't want me to make any comment or any familiarity with her because she walked in with her husband. She did not want her husband to know that she's been sending money at all to Nigeria. So eventually they did what they wanted to do, and she left, and she came back another day. And she was telling me, thank you, my sister, thank you, you did not talk. Oh, I don't want my husband to know that I've been sending money that basically when she left the shores of Nigeria, her parents were living in a very bad house. You know, the accommodation they were living was not good at all in their village. And she promised her parents that anything she can do, at least if it's only to build them a little nice place, that they are not asking for mansion, just a little nice bungalow that has a proper roof. Not that when rain is falling, the whole place is upside down. That she promised her parents she would do it. So she got to London, joined her husband after marriage. And, they've been living well. And she says she's working full time now. Their kids are okay. The husband is doing well. Whenever she brings the topic up with her husband, that, honey, please, allow me to be sending small money home so I can build just a little bungalow for my mom and dad. Me and my siblings, we've all left the house, like a 2-3 bedroom, bungalow in the village. The husband will be like, no, it's not yet time. I will let you know when it's time. 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Every time she brings the topic up, the husband will say no. So that she had to not be doing this one behind his back. So I understand her reasoning, but what about the day the husband will find out? Can it not lead to divorce? Can it not lead to more family feud? Can it not lead to, I don't know. I've heard of people also, men having children outside. May God not allow our husbands people call us and say, Esther, wajoko, ni binu ni, kinikon. They'll come and be telling you that your husband, he made a mistake. This is our new wife. He gave birth. All these things. Why can we not just be with one person and build the marriage up? I tell you, my dad is on the show. My parents were married for years until my mother, slept in the Lord. I'm not going to say that they did not quarrel, but they built together. They were happy together. They lived together. They did things together. My pastor and the wife, you see my pastor traveling. You see the wife following him. You see them building together. My deacon and the wife, I see people with successful marriages. Why are we not content? Why do we want to do things behind our spouse's back? We want to build house. We want to have affairs. We want to have children outside. Why are we not happy with the place God has put us in? Why is something pushing us away from our marital home? Why is something making us hide stuff from our spouse? What is the real problem? There are problems, don't get me wrong. A man will treat you somehow. For me, if I'm working in unity with a man and the man is treating me somehow, and I'm sure if I'm a man and I'm working in unity with a woman and the woman is treating me somehow, I will change the way I do things. Agreed. Say, for example, you as a woman, you are the one that is a nurse, always doing shifts. And your husband always has excuses in the planet. Oh, this month I cannot contribute. I have to do this. I have to do that. My tire is broken, this, that. You go and do shift to pay the rent. And then one day you now find out that your husband is busy using money for other things outside of your main family that you are not aware of. How would you feel? Oh, obviously, you will now share the bill. You will put the whole bill down and cut it into and say, honey, our house bill, everything comes to £800. Every month, be bringing 400. I'll be bringing 400. You won't be able to work in unity with such a person, both man and woman. I don't know. Anyway, Grandma says, hello, Sister Edith. Thank you very much, Grandma. Sister Titi says, Peme is spy. And that is the order, yes, for death. So, when you say somebody Peme, Sister Titi has helped you not to check Google. Amaka Omenka said, as a bini girl, as a big Peme, yes, so Peme, Google no go for my hand. Yes. Akin, thank you for joining à la maison. Mistake by him, dear. Yes, so Sister Rita, thank you for joining the show. AKA Success, thank you. Sister Chichi, thank you. So yes, that's what I'm just trying to say. So that man, imagine the shock. I don't really understand how you be living with someone and they will do a master's degree program and you will not know. Even if it's online. Me, I talk, when my husband comes home at night, I want to tell him everything that that I have done that's happened to me from the last time we saw. So let's say he left home at 12. I went to work at 2. And we are back home at 10 in the night. From between that 12, I saw him last, and the 10 o'clock. I want to tell him everything, honey, how I was going on the road, how I stopped to buy petrol, how I got to work. I want to talk. So I don't really see how, if I'm doing a master degree program, it will not come up in the conversation of the home for 2 years. Then I now graduate. And my husband does not know. Please, is that marriage? All right, it is well, I don't know. I really, really, really don't know what's happening in the world. I really don't know what the world is turning into. I don't know what we are looking for. We are all running up and down. And me, I was sad yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really down yesterday because I was just thinking, for me as a woman, I think I've struggled a lot for other people, for my spouse, for my children. And if I had put in that same effort in building my life, perhaps I'll be in a better place today. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you struggle, and we pray that may God allow us to eat the fruit of our labor. But unfortunately, you don't eat the fruit of your labor. And then you end up dying at a young age. I really don't know, guys. I really don't know. But it is well. I pray that God will give us wisdom to do what is right. And I pray that we don't make mistake in marriage, because my little research, that first love, that first marriage, when it goes wrong, it takes only the grace of God for a second or third one to go right. Only the grace of God. After the grace of God, it is hard work and determination. Both of you have to put in 100%. When one person is putting in 80, the other one is putting in 10, or one is putting 100, the other one is putting in 5, it will not work. Marriage is not a bed of roses. It will not work. And I know that many people say they have reasons why they do what they do, why they are secretive, why they hide things from their spouse. Like this woman that was building behind her husband. Her reasons are very valid, because at the end of the day, why will a man not allow a woman to help the parents to build a little bungalow? Why? Because if we have different goals as husband and wife, my own goal is I want to buy BMW. His own goal is he wants to buy Mercedes. And we are competing. What wisdom is that? Now, my Mercedes is 200,000. His own BMW is 200,000. Why can't we say that, honey? Okay, it will take me 6 months to save 200,000 to buy my own. But if two of us should do it together, it will take me and you 3 months to buy it. So why don't we work together for the next 6 months? So the first 3 months you buy your own. The next 3 months I buy my own. Instead of only me suffering for 6 months and only you suffering for 6 months to buy it, and it will take two of us 12 months. Why don't we join together and say, okay, honey, what do you want to achieve this year? I really want to build a house for my parents in the village. Okay. Have you costed it? No. Okay. Let me ask my brother, Uncle Solo. He knows somebody that builds. Let him go and find out how much. That is how you do things. You join your partner and you build. You build. You build an empire. You build. Your parents-in-law will be appreciated. They will pray for you for the rest of their life. Why would you deprive her from building a place for the parents? Is it not your joy? Is it not your gain? Why would you rather give your side chick, your baby mama, or your whoever it is that you are chasing out there? You can give them 200 pounds to buy Brazilian hair, but you cannot give your wife 20 pounds to do her nails or to go and plait koroba or fix weave on. What is in that thing that girl is giving you that you cannot sit your wife down and say, babe, I like you to be doing me like this? I don't really understand the dynamics of, because I have been married, and in the whole of the time I was married, I never ever cheated. I was completely honest, and I loved my husband to bits. So I don't really know if you are a busy woman working, bringing up children, you have a husband, you have a home, the time you have to flirt around. And the same thing for men. I don't really understand why there's so much problem with outside factor, outside influence. Anyway, I've talked enough. I shall pay phone, please. You can call. If you want to call to contribute to the show, please, the number will be on the screen. Please call. Thank you very much, my sister Tama, family support. Sorry, my darling big sis. My brain has frozen all of a sudden. I'm weary. I'm tired. And everything I was going to say has fallen. I've flown away from my head. But I agree with you. Yeah. Our phone didn't charge. I don't know what happened. We have light, so the phone didn't charge. So if you want to contribute, I shall put my number on the screen, please. If you want to contribute, please dial 07799 684 973. Or you put your comment on the put your comment on the chat, or send your comment to my WhatsApp. Comments are coming into my WhatsApp and I'll be able to read them. Thank you. Yes, sis. My sis is saying that self-love is needed. I think I agree, because we run around too much for husbands, wives, mom, dad, sisters. Everybody expects so much from you. This one is dragging you, and at the end of the day, you don't gain anything. But then, I think I'm beginning to redefine self-love. And for me, what I'm seeing now, what I was talking to my junior sister last night, and we're both saying, what I'm seeing now is that self-love for me goes beyond sleeping, eating, resting, buying myself a nice wig or buying myself a nice dress or doing makeup. Self-love for me is loving myself enough to do what I need to do to fulfill my dreams and my calling on earth. Because in the last 10 months, I realized that I am a happier person because I'm focusing on doing the things that give me fulfillment in life. I'm realizing that my life is more than Brazilian hair and 100 pairs of shoes and a new clothes every Sunday. My life is deeper than that. There's something that I want to achieve. I'm pregnant. I want to give birth to something. And that thing is pushing me. And I find out that as I begin to make plans on a daily to do that thing I need to do, to give birth to this dream, I find that is self-love. I love myself enough to do what I want to do in my life to make it a reality. For everybody, it's going to be different. What is your own dream? Your dream might, yes, to build a house in your village. Yours might be to get married. Yours might be to buy a mortgage. Yours might be to get a new job. Whatever your dream is, do not put your dream aside because of family. Try and work it together, because one day you might find out that you don't have anything. I pray nothing bad happens to you. We were praying in church yesterday. My pastor said no more death, no more sickness in this church. And on my seat, I also added no divorce, no separation. I pray. But imagine that husband that you love so much, one day, for some crazy reason, he decides to walk out on you. Imagine that woman that you love so much, one day she tells you, I'm not in love with somebody else. What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to pick the pieces of your life back? Where are you going to start from? That is self-love. Please call 077 99 684 973. Do you believe that there should be secrets in marriage? What is your opinion? Who do you think keeps secrets more? Men or women? Who do you think keeps secrets more? Men or women? Some women can kill. Okay. Nobody has really put any comment on my phone, so let me look at the board. And Sister Shade, good evening. Thank you very much. God bless you. Sister Rita, thank you. Uncle Razak, thank you. So I think that it's women who keep secrets more. I think that some men, they hold their wives, they put limitations and boundaries on them. Like, if you know me very well, the only way you can enjoy me at work, at church, in the family, as a friend, is if you allow me to be me. Allow me to be me. Like at work, my manager knows you cannot micromanage me. If you micromanage me, I'm out and I will not be productive. You cannot put me in a corner and expect me to bury my head in my laptop from 9 a.m. I resume till 5. No. I play a little. I walk a little. I get up a little. I crack jokes. I play with people. I come back again. I walk. And that's my success has been like that. And I'm very proud of myself in terms of my profession, how far I have come. I've just had my appraisal and it was excellent. And that's how I work. And the same thing in marriage. When you limit a woman, you don't want a woman to go for the next level in her academics. She wants to do a course. Or you don't want her to apply for a new job. Or you don't want her to do something for her family. Or you don't want her to go on holiday with her friends. You keep putting barriers and limits on her because you don't want her to be better than you. I'm sorry to say you are not a man. You are not a man. Men should allow their women to be good. And women that can hide such things from their husband, those kind of women, they should be feared. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Sister Edith.
God bless you, my darling sister.
How you doing?
I'm great, and you? Thank you for calling, my sister. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if I should say this, but about keeping secret,
Yes, sis.
I just want to be real now,
Yes.
Some I would say ladies, they keep secrets. Even the husbands keep secret.
Yeah.
So much. In fact, I would say the husband one. Some people believe that, in fact, the woman they are even living at home with can kill them. So they keep secret. Their money, how much they have, their will, everything. So they keep secret. Women do keep secret. But I don't know if I should say this, that there's some things, it's not everything you tell your husband, and it's not everything you tell your wife. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because there's some things you can say that will stick to that person's mind forever.
Yeah.
Even if that person said, I have forgiven you, that person haven't forgiven you. Do you understand?
Yes.
And that thing, might be so hard for you to say.
Yeah.
But when you summon courage and say that to that person, every time you have little problem with that person, the person will throw it back to your face.
Yeah.
So I believe there's some things, some things for me, that is why I said I don't know I should say that.
No, you're right. I agree with you.
I have to say it, I have to say it. Because you will just say, say everything. We are meant to be couple. We need to do this. We have to be together. Every little thing. In fact, even after saying it to them, they might discuss it with their friends and the thing will keep going. So I believe sometimes there's some secret you have to still keep behind your heart or at the back of your heart. Thank you, sis.
Thank you, sister. I really appreciate your call. Thank you. When I started the show, I did mention that there are some things that you might keep secret, but there are some things that are very big, like having a child before you get married. I think that one is too big to hide from somebody that you want to marry, whether a woman or a man. You've had children or child before, and you've met this person you want to marry. Why hide the fact that you have a child? You want to do an MBA, why hide? But I agree that there are some things that you might not tell. Like I said, there are probably some things in my life that I never shared because maybe that topic never came up or, So I agree that there are some things you don't share. But I also still believe that there are fundamental things that you should share with your partner because I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to get more views. So like Sister Chichi said, there are some things that you shouldn't share. What do you think? Are you a tell it all, or are there some things that you hide that you don't tell your partner? How do you see it? Sister Joyce says, good evening, big sis. Sorry, 1 minute. Yes, sis.
Hello?
Yes, sis.
Let me just give instances of
Exactly,
Christ.
yes.
Yeah, let me just say that maybe, you're about your parents, about your parents, you got married to your husband or to your wife, your parents' secret, how they live, how you guys suffered, how this and how that, go to extreme. You might be saying it that, oh, this is how we are, this is how we are, and the other person came from a better family, and now there's so many things that happened before, there's so many things that happen maybe in your life or in your parents' life, your brother's life, or you alone know that, and it's a family secret. Family secret supposed to be kept, but some people get married, they just say it out. Before you know it, the husband will be cursing wife will be cursing. Now, so you talk now they curse now. So now you guys are cursing your family. Shebi, you told me this, you told me that. You know where I'm coming from? That's what I'm trying to say. There's so much important things you don't need to keep. Like you have a child, you have to say it. Those ones will affect your marriage. But things, that your own secret that does not, it will not harm your husband or your wife. It's not gonna be their problem. I will keep it to myself.
Yes, I agree with you. Now that you've explained, yes, thank you, sis. So I don't know whether you heard my lovely sister. Let's say, for example, when you were growing up, say something happened in your home. Say, I don't know what example to give. I don't want to give anything negative. But let's say, for example, one of your uncle went mad for like 2 years. Or say maybe your sister got pregnant. Or something, things that happened in your family when you were young. Then when you now grow up and you then find a spouse, either woman or man, whoever you are, and then you now start disclosing all to your spouse that, hey, my family, one time even my uncle went mad for 2 years. Then one day you are quarreling, you will just say your husband saying, you want to bring your madness here. Should be that's how that your uncle went mad for 2 years. Maybe it's you now that will be mad. You will just be shocked that what I told you, you are using it to abuse me. So what our sister was saying was that there are things like that that don't need to be told to a spouse, to somebody you are going to marry. Do you agree that family secrets like that, your spouse doesn't need to know about them? Or are you one that can tell your spouse everything and anything? What do you think about secrecy in marriage? Should you tell all? Should you not tell all? Are there some things, I think what I'm even trying to emphasize that there are some things that are necessary you tell your spouse. And I agree that there are some things that you might not necessarily tell your spouse. That's number one. Then number two, why in the first place would my husband and I be quarreling and you will use what I told you in confidence to abuse me? Why? But I guess that we cannot say that marriages are free from fights and quarrels, and there will be low points, there will be high points. So I guess in the moment of anger, someone might say, I don't know. That's my favorite word. Even people put it in my appraisal that I'm always saying, I don't know. And trust me, I really don't know. I really don't know. When I think about this thing, sometimes I get so weighed down. I really, really, really don't know. Someone help me. I want to know. So don't let me start laughing today again. No, people were saying, Sister Edith, what happened to you? Why they laughed last week? I don't know. Again, why I was laughing. I don't know anything. So Sister Joyce is saying that a woman should be focused on making themselves happy. And this is where we have a problem. We say it. Make yourself happy, oh. You only live once, so do what makes you happy, oh. What makes you happy? Because I've come to find out that I go to Blue Water with my credit card and go and do shopping. I come back home. I'm still not happy. That is why I like what Sister Joyce has put. She completed it. She said, by pursuing their purpose and dreams and not lose themselves in marriage or being a parent. You will just be there. You've married. The husband have said you've agreed that you should marry, you should have 3 kids. It's time for you to have kids. You plan your family. But you should be having a dream after that. What is the next thing in your life? What is your dream? Many of us came from Africa. When you were coming, what did you want to come and do? Or you've forgotten about it? Don't get lost in marriage. Don't get lost in building a family that you forget your own self. Happiness is deeper. Happiness is a calling. What makes you really, really happy? I tell you what, the day my book got to my hand, I was so full of joy that in this whole world, even if it's a 5-page book I wrote, but when they want to list the people that have ever written books in this whole world, somehow on that list, my name will be there. When I die, they will put it there. She was the author of a book called 2 Minutes Sunday. That even if people are not buying the book today, maybe when I die and they announce it in my obituary, people will buy the book. That they will say of me that, even though she did not have a lot of audience, only 6 people used to view her show on a Monday, but she was the person that used to present relationship tips, talks, and tales. That at least I did something that I want to do that makes me happy. That is happiness. When you are busy, you won't even have time to be secretive with your husband or your wife, or to be fighting and abusing them. So, Sister Joyce, I really like what you said. Don't let marriage and being a parent stop you from fulfilling your dreams and living your purpose. I actually think that that's another topic that we really need to expand on that. Sister Titi said, being secretive is not gender-based. I think men are not able to hold secret for a long time without that secret being out in the open. But women, some of us can keep that secret till dying day. So it's not gender-based. Some people will say men keep secrets more. Some will say women keep secrets more. She went on to say that self-love is bae. Do you know what is bae? That is everything. Once one has this, once you have self-love, you can pick up from whatever setback you experience in life. That is it. Love yourself so much that you want to achieve, you want to be something great, you want to be somebody in life. I'm sure you did not just come to this world to be Mrs. Adebayo, Iya Michael, Iya Sophie, occupational therapist. I'm sure there's more to this lady Edith than being a wife, a mom, and going to work in mental health setting. I'm very damn sure that God put so much gift in me, and I'm going to bet it, and I'm encouraging you to begin to set yourself to do that thing that you need to do. And Sister Betty, she said, rest suits me. More wings, sis. Sister Betty, happy birthday to you. My sister Betty, happy birthday to you on this great day, 31st of August. Happy birthday, dearest Sister Betty. Happy birthday, Mrs. Ashby, Roxanne, and Juliet's mom. So you see, another talent. If you want me to sing for you on your birthday, I will get Edith to play the drum. I will sing, then they will record it. Because that is what Sister Betty's sister did for her. And I love that video so much. Sister Betty, happy birthday to you, sis. Sister Joyce said, secrets are destructive. But then again, it depends on the partner the person has. Sister Joyce, when are you coming to the studio? Let's do one show together. I like what you are saying tonight. It is a sign of a relationship that is not healthy. Underlying issues. Exactly what I was saying. Things would have happened that will make you to change or make you to keep a secret from your spouse. How did we get to where we are today? That is what husband and wife need to sit down and reflect on. How did the marriage become so divided that a woman will have 4 accounts, MBA, buy houses, sleep on the same bed with a man, a married of over 30 years that have produced siblings, and the man has no clue? Why would the man not kill her and kill himself? Why will he not do it? Sister Titi said, it is safer to tell all, but again, it depends on the partner involved. Humans would also be human when temperaments are flying. Yes, dear. Yes, so that secret that my husband knows about me, that secret that my wife knows about me, the day we are quarreling, that will be the first thing the person will say. You are very right, sis. So should I tell or should I not tell? Uncle Razak said we are 20 audience. Thank you, sir, for counting. Naomi Orisakwe, well done in most. Thank you. God bless you. Sister Jane Jack, God bless you. My darling sister, Sister Chichi, God bless you. Thank you, Sister Eki. And Sister Betty, Uncle Razak is saying happy birthday to you, Sister Betty. Thank you, Uncle Razak, for wishing Auntie Betty happy birthday. So, my viewers, that's me for tonight, talking about basically keeping secrets in marriage, the idea of transparency, openness, unity, love, honesty, those qualities, let me speak like an American, those qualities, you know, they are very important. If a man cannot tell you some basic things about himself, I don't know. If a woman cannot tell you some truths about herself, I don't know. Is that marriage? And if you find out something about your spouse, how would you feel? You know, they say don't throw stones at a glass house. I watched a movie the other day. It was on Amazon Prime. I can't remember the title, but it was a Nigerian movie. And basically, long time ago, this couple, the man cheated. And the girl forgave the man. He begged. And they continued dating after forgiving each other, and they got married. And lo and behold, one day, they had a party, and a man walked in. And anyway, everything, a lot of things happened, but lo and behold, it now came out that that woman, before they got married though, she too used to cheat on with that man. But just because her husband knows that man, so when she met the husband and she knew that the man and the husband are friends, I think the man wanted her to tell him at that point in time that this is your friend though, you know, me and him, we have a past. But she never mentioned it. And then they were quarreling. Something happened in the party, led to quarrel, and the person just said it out. The husband was actually siding somebody else and saying, don't cheat. And the man just, you that are talking, didn't you know? Something like that. And all hell broke loose. The man couldn't forgive the wife. He couldn't. So that brings me to another point. When, as a woman, when you meet a man, you know, I must be honest. I've been out with my husband before, whereby you know, somebody comes in and, you know, we hug, we talk, and my husband knew the person from before, and I'll be wondering in my mind that maybe they were dating. You know, there's a way a man and a woman will meet, the way they will be greeting, or you will hear a man and a woman on the phone. And similarly, there's a way a man and a woman will talk. Like me, I have some male friends, and you'll be wondering in your mind that my wife did not mention it, but she's quite close to this brother Joseph. Did anything happen between them before? Or you will just be avoiding it. You won't want to talk about it. Or you will introduce brother Joseph as your uncle, and your husband knows it's your uncle. Then one day will come out to be that he's your ex. You know, so many things happen. So there are some secrets that you might never, you know, that might never come out, and some might come out. Uncle Razak is counting for me. We are 26 now. Uncle Razak, thank you. Let me see. He says we are 26. Uncle Razak, thank you. Okay. And Sister Betty, Lady did tons of thanks. Wow, what a lovely voice. Yay, thank you, sis. And Fumi M, you tell all to a man who has the fear of God, is matured enough to handle whatever is said. I will not use it against you when you quarrel. Sister Fumi, perfect. A man who has the fear of God. Do you know that some people can pretend that they have the fear of God? I've seen it before. Especially when the man has something that he wants from you. You see the man, he will be doing all sorts. Or even the woman. And then one day you will find out, I beg, you know what, my viewers, let me not talk. If I want to talk, the show will go on for hours. You see this girl here, the things I have heard and the things I have seen, the things that has happened to me. If I talk, you know they are saying that you should not shake the table. The table will shake, it will scatter, it will break to pieces. Honestly speaking. I hear some things, I shake and I shudder. And I just be asking God, why did you create the human race? Maybe that Garden of Eden, we should have just remained animals. Maybe I would just be one beautiful peacock, or I'll be an eagle. I will just fly from my garden and fly to Sister Fumi's garden, Sister Betty's garden, and fly to Sister Jane, Sister Chichi. All of you will greet, will come. As soon as human beings were created, from the beginning, those things called money and sex, those two things, money and sex, it has ruined so many things, so many homes, so many people, so many futures, so many destinies. But then, God knows best. And all I can say is that may you find your purpose and the reason why God made you and why you are still living. Because trust me, many are dead. For the fact that you are living and you are hearing my voice, there's a reason for it, you know. That one that died yesterday, the one that died this morning, I'm not better than that person. Find your purpose, find your reason. Build your empire as much as possible, as best as you can, with the partner that God has given you today. With the spouse God, the woman, the man that you are living with today, that you are calling husband or wife. That's your dear, that's your one, your ma, that's your lolufe, your aduke, your abefe, your all the love of your life, your dear, your sweetheart, your darling, your honey. That person, as much as possible, build your empire with that person. And allow that person to also be free to be what they want to be outside of you, the husband or the wife and the children. Allow them to grow. You to grow. Don't be on a job that you started doing 25 years ago with 25,000 a year, and you are still earning 25,000 25 years ago now. You to grow. Growth is in different dimensions. Develop yourself. Do something. Shake your life. Make yourself uncomfortable for once in your life. Go out of your comfort zone. Don't just be relaxed, fold your hand. Be something, do something, get more, be more, have more. Challenge yourself to be great. I love it. I love it. I cannot stand a man or a woman. I go out, like we were on the table today now talking. And I was singing Jerusalem, this new song raining. All of them knew it. Somebody, what is that? What are they singing? You don't know anything happening? If I mention now that they are doing a campaign in America, Trump, you cannot, really? Who is Trump's running mate? You don't even know. You don't know what's happening in the world. You don't know, I don't even know what example to give. Develop yourself, read more, expose yourself to what is happening in the society. Especially we Christians, life does not only end, this is why I love Pastor Jide Oseni. You cannot go to that man and mention one topic and he does not know. Christianity does not mean only Bible. You don't listen to the news. You don't know what is happening in Gillingham. You'll be passing the library. You'll be like, when did they turn here to new flats? It used to be library. You don't know what, you are ignorant of what is happening around you. That man, God bless him. Wisdom is greater than knowledge. Expose yourself. Do something. When you are able to do these two things, expose yourself, be somebody, develop yourself, it will help your secrets to be reduced. You won't have bad secrets that when people hear, they will be afraid. Your secrets will be good ones. Yeah? Because that's another level. Like I said, when we were having this discussion with some of my friends, the man should be happy that his good secrets he had. Your wife get big savings. You don't buy a house. You don't do MBA. What if it was bad secrets that you saw? What would you do? That she's been having an affair with somebody and she don't born one pikin outside, or she has caught one venereal disease, or she killed somebody. You now find the paperwork, or maybe you've been hearing on the news about somebody that died. You now find some evidence to show that your wife is the one who killed the person. What would you do if it's bad thing you now heard that is a secret? If you want to keep secret, may God allow your own secret to be a good secret, so that you will not be disgraced. It's 8 o'clock. Oh, I hope I've reached out to you somehow tonight. It's one that I didn't really know what to say, because I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to shake the table. Let me put it that way. Because my mind is heavy. I pray that God will sustain marriages. Too many single mothers out there. Too many single fathers out there. Too many people looking for what is not lost. You are looking for something that is right inside your house. You have a wife, you have a husband. You are not happy. You are looking for another one outside. That one might not even necessarily be better than the one you have. Too many. Let's hold on to what God has given us. Let's make it work. And it can work. And let's build our empire. May God bless you. May God increase you on every side. May God cause greatness and excellence to be your portion. Final words from Sister Naomi. She's laughing. Sister Francine, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive. Exactly. You know what? My conclusion of the whole matter, this life, you know, balance. The life, no balance at all. The one where you get cap, you no get head. The one where you get head, you no get cap. The one where you get money, you no get education. The one where you get education, you no get exposure. The one where you get eye, you no get ear. May God help us. TTA, well said, babe. So many Christians cannot hold a decent conversation. It's sad. Uninformed because they don't enlighten themselves. I mean, it's a big problem. I have to do a show on that on its own. Honestly, guys, I'm going to talk about different areas of development. I've started doing it on my phone. Different areas of development. Maybe I'll do it next week. If I'm able to complete the research, I'll do it next week. Otherwise, it will be 2 weeks' time. You have to look at your life and write it down. You must be developed educationally, morally, socially, financially, spiritually. You must develop yourself, different areas. Write all of them down and take stock of your life. Where am I lacking? And work on it. Don't be a girl that a man will see you. You're only about Brazilian hair and nails. You open your mouth, you cannot speak a good word of English. Or you are a man, and anyway, don't let me start laughing now. You are a man that sweats when you eat amala, because don't let me start laughing it as well. And my daddy said, excellent outing today. Mwah. Thank you, daddy. God bless you. Grandma says, well done, more grace. Sister Naomi. Auntie, my beloved mom. Good evening, Auntie. God bless you, Auntie. Thank you so much, Auntie. Get, you know, want, no get. Now, so, my sister, may God help us all. Amen. Amen. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Good night. Sister Fumi, I so love you for joining today. Mwah. Thank you so much, sis. God bless you, everyone. Bye. Have a splendid, fruitful, tremendous week. Bye. Lady Edith signing out. God bless.